So what we're going to do, gentlemen, is, how many of you have ever made a pie before? Okay. All right.
Peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler. There you go. You're going to do something very similar to that. Very similar to that. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to make an apple crumb pie. An apple lattice pie and 2 mixed berry crumb pies. We're going to start with the apple lattice pie, okay? And that means we're going to start with you, okay? So first of all, what I have is a stamen apple. It's a kind of a mix between a sweet and a sour, but it's got a very dense flesh. So it's the type of apple that'll hold up through the baking process. So what we're going to do is I've cut up roughly 4 cups of thinly sliced apples. You'll notice how I make it cut it really nice and thin, okay? As opposed to bigger pieces, which will take a lot longer to cook when it all comes through, okay? What you're going to do is we're going to add some brown sugar to that mixture. You can go ahead and just dump that whole thing right inside there. All right, and then there's a little bit of cinnamon that's going to go in there as well. All right, perfect. And you can, what you want to do is get your hands in there,
okay,
and massage it through. You can answer it if you want to. There you go, perfect. All right, then what we're going to do is, this is a filling. It's basically regular white sugar, sauteed in a saute pan, basically over a flame with a little bit of cornstarch, and a little bit of water. Okay, and then I reduce it down, and it makes a nice thick kind of gel. And as it goes through the cooking process, it will actually thicken a little bit more. And you can pour that right inside there. All right. Perfect. And then you can use the blue spatula. All right. And you're just going to mix it around, kind of toss it, fold it. Instead of like kind of mixing hard, you're just going to kind of fold the apples and the mixture over top of each other. You're going to want to make sure that it's nice and wet. Don't worry about making a mess. Okay. You see how they're nice and brown in color, and that cinnamon and the brown sugar just kind of helps it get that way.
So this is just normal sugar that you start with.
That's normal sugar, and it's basically caramelized.
Oh, right.
So it's caramelized down with a little bit of cornstarch, and what that'll do is that'll make a nice thick filling. Okay. Now that's pretty good. You mix it up pretty well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually put it inside of the pie crust. Now you can actually use your hands to do this, because what you want to do, you could. Why don't you just leave it right on the down, and just exactly, just like that. Now you're going to kind of want to place them in it. Go ahead, put them down, let them go, and then you can kind of place them around.
You have to do that to qualify for the handmade.
There you go. There you go. Exactly. You're doing a great job. You can just you may not use all of them, but probably we'll try to use most of them. Okay, most of the apples I cut. You're doing a great job. Just like that. Sorry for the howling of the beagles. I put them as far out in the backyard as I possibly could.
How many did you have?
I have 2 beagles and a yellow lab. The yellow lab is quietly in the back room. She's pretty much deaf, so she can't hear much.
My wife wants some beagles.
I love them, but they howl incessantly until you pay attention to them.
You give them something to eat, right?
Exactly. Oh, they never stop. They'll eat anything. That's great. You do great. Probably you're going to get pretty much all of them in there if you can. You're going to make a nice big loaded pie. And if they start falling off the side, just we'll stop then if it gets that bad. Let me pull these over. I'm actually going to come over and work with you on this one. When we get to this. There you go. Should be perfect. What we're going to do is put this aside, because you're going to need the juice in just a couple minutes. Alright, so I'll start the first one and I'll show you exactly.
Rinse off?
What's that?
Should I rinse off?
Yeah, if you want to go rinse off, perfect. Good thinking. I've written something like 5 times. I don't even think about it. You're right.
So are these recipes you've perfected over time? Or,
You do it in your sleep. You don't even think about it.
I mean, did they change much? I mean, did you evolve?
You know, the very first batch of pies I did, there was definitely a lot of playing around with. But finally, after I got the recipe down, I pretty much stayed true to them all the way. All right. So what I did was I just took some. It's just a pie crust dough, and rolled it out.
Okay.
And just cut it into strips for you. Okay, so I'll start the first one. What we're going to do is we're going to crisscross across it. So what I'll do is I'll start the first one. I'm going to go right across here and just pinch, pinch, and just put that aside. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Now, when you do the next one, I want you to go this way.
Okay.
Okay, and you're going to alternate back and forth until you pretty much get the pie all the way across. And I'll help you as you move along. You take any one you want. Perfect. Pinch, pinch. Good. Because we're gonna finish it off at the end by pinching all the way around.
Okay.
All right. And you can go ahead and interweave back and forth. So when you go to do the next one, you can either go this way or this way, and you're gonna go, yep, just like that, and then go back the other direction. Perfect. Maybe don't want to get them quite so close to each other. You want to
Okay.
give yourself some nice gaps in between. Now, you can get really detailed when you're doing a lattice and interweave them, but there's no need to do that.
Like Boston.
That gets really messy.
that?
Yeah, if you wanted to, you can absolutely get detailed and go to that extreme and do it. Absolutely. But I don't necessarily do that. When I'm
Okay.
doing 400 pies at Thanksgiving, I'm not interweaving it quite so nicely. But you absolutely can take all the detail you want and do it as detailed.
How
as
many
you
pies would you make at a go?
Well,
Like,
what'll happen is I will start pretty much on Sunday afternoon for Thanksgiving. Believe it or not, people will pick up pies on Monday because they travel Monday and Tuesday and they want to take the pies with them. So I'll start preparing pies starting Sunday, and Tuesday and Wednesday just gets absolutely insane. So Tuesday probably close to 100, and then Wednesday is 200 pies roughly that'll go out the door. And the most popular ones obviously are the apple crumb. Actually, is that, and the mixed berry crumb are the most popular. But we do traditional lattice. The crumb my crumb recipe just is really something that's going over really well for me.
yeah,
It has a little bit of oatmeal in
the
it.
crumb.
Yeah, the crumb is got a little bit of oatmeal in it, and I use 2 different sugars and in it, which really makes it special. So that looks fantastic. Good. Now what we're going to do is, as we go through, I just want you to take your 2 fingers like so.
Okay.
We're just going to pinch all the way around, and you can spin the pie all the way around, and you're just going to pinch over top of all of it. I'll get this out of here. I won't do it.
So you must be able to knock one of those up in about a minute, maybe. How long would it take you to do that if you were...
Me? I can lattice
In
a
his
pie
sleep.
in about a minute and a half. Wow. You get used to it. How are you? Hi. There you go. Perfect. Now, if your fingers stick,
Yeah.
Yes, you're taking the photo.
do the best you can and just kind of go over it as quickly as possible. You did good. That's perfect. Okay. Doesn't have to be nice and clean. That's man-made, right?
That's right.
There you go. All right. So now what we're gonna do is you're just gonna take your brush. All right, and I want you to gotta be kind of delicate with it. All right. Now you can do egg washes. Instead, egg wash will accomplish the same goal, basically browning this really nicely. But you can use egg wash, or you can use some of this, some of your filling. Your filling is very, I should say, very basic. It's just sugar, water, and cornstarch, and you reduce it and caramelize it. So that's where you get the brown color. A little bit of cinnamon goes in there as well.